like to welcome Tyler Gildin. Tyler, how are you?
Good. How are you? How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing very well. So, how did this whole video come about?
Really, just me and a bunch of my friends. We wanted to make some sort of video, and I had always had some idea of, making fun of the towns I grew up in and, the county where I live. And I really liked the Jay-Z song, and I don't know, I just figured I could make a parody to it, and, I got the right guys involved, and it ended up being a big success.
Yeah, a big success. 827,000 views the last time I checked. That's unbelievable. Yeah. And
yeah, we definitely didn't expect anything that big, but it's been great. No, really appreciate it.
And you're a big Islander fan.
Big Islander fan. Definitely been a diehard all my life, and I'm looking forward to this next season.
Are you going to any games this season, or have you been?
Well, I have season tickets, but I'm at Syracuse right now. I'm a senior right now, so it's a little tough. But come Thanksgiving break and December break, I'm definitely gonna hopefully make it to a handful of games, maybe 3 or 4, whatever games I could obviously get myself into.
Tyler, this is Tom Marr. Tell us a little bit about yourself as an Islander fan. What do you expect this season from the Islanders?
Well, I've been a fan for a while, and I really do believe in the whole rebuild. And I think if it's not this year, then next year, I think we're on the right step. I really do. I think we can have a breakout year. It really depends on how our young talent develops. It's really on their shoulders. I mean, we have the potential to have a really great breakout season and hopefully make the playoffs. But it really depends on how well they've developed and how quickly. But if not, I really do believe in the next year or two, we really have a legitimate contender, on our hands.
What about as far as the playoff belief? Do you think this team can sneak into that 8th spot in the East?
I mean, I think the East has gotten really good over this offseason, to be honest. The Islanders haven't really, besides Wazinski, really haven't, acquired anybody new. But, Tampa Bay has, Toronto has, a lot of teams have made, Atlanta has. So I don't know, but at the same time, I think it all depends on the core. If the core develops like they should and like we anticipate, then we definitely can have a team that can make their way into the playoffs. But it may also take another year because a lot of these other teams got some more vets while we have a bunch of young guys who we're relying on. So I don't know, but I'm excited because I know we're in the right direction.
Yeah, and another thing, so you're into this whole rebuild. So is a lot of Islander fans are really into this rebuild. So who's your player to watch this year?
I mean, obviously, I anticipate Tavares is going to be great this year. I mean, it's hard to put the pressure of a Stamkos-like second season, but I really think he will be. I think he's going to be huge. I think Schrempf is going to be huge. I think Molson's going to be back at it. I really expect a lot from Franz Nielsen. I really expect a lot from a lot of these guys. I hope Niederreiter cracks the lineup. And, I mean, Blake Comeau was hot as hell last season. I really have a lot of, hope in a lot of these guys that hopefully they develop into the young, talented players that we hope they will be, and that could really make us a good contender in these.
Tyler, of the free agents that we brought in, obviously Wisniewski and Eaton are high-impact players, but who do you think is going to have the highest impact this season?
I think Eaton will be pretty good. I think Eaton's a good stay-at-home, great defenseman to add. I mean, the best guy by far is Wazinski. To be able to pull that deal off is great. Simmons Strike could be, the 1-2 guys would be awesome. I think that's going to be a huge bonus for the D. And then, I think Zeno Konopka will be another good fighter on the team. I think he'll help out. But otherwise, we didn't make too many moves, to be honest. It's kind of like we're making spots for hopefully Matt Martin. And, we hope Petrov, but unfortunately not. And hopefully Niederreiter and maybe, Jesse, a couple guys can make the team. But right now we're looking within. So I like that we're building from within. To be honest, we could add another maybe possible, acquisition. But, season's still a couple weeks away.
And who would you like to see in goal this year? We have Rolison and DiPietro and possibly either Mikko Koskinen down the road or Wilson. Who would you like to see play goal?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. The whole DiPietro thing, it's like you love and hate the guy. You love him because he's the cool, good-looking guy. He came in his last season that he actually played. He was an all-star. He was great. But, he's also injury-prone. He doesn't think with his head a lot. He's, a little too overconfident sometimes. And, it kind of makes our organization look a little silly that we signed this guy for 15 years. But at the same time, I give him a lot more time to prove. I think when he is on his game, he is one of the better goalies in the league. And at the same time, Rolson was unbelievable last year. We wouldn't have been nearly as good as we were last season without Dwayne Rolson. We owe a lot of thanks and praise to that guy. So, DPH, in my mind, DPH has got to be that much better than Rolson to beat him out. Otherwise, Rolson should be our go-to guy because he carried us last season. So whatever the season we had, we wouldn't nearly have without him.
Well, we've been talking about the Islanders. What about you? You've been doing some stand-up comedy, I see, which is very funny, by the way.
I appreciate it. I do a stand-up in the city. Like I said, I'm a senior at Syracuse. I'm in a new house, a television, radio, film major. So I do some shows up here also. And, I'm just doing whatever I can to, get myself out there. A good thing about YouTube and the Internet these days is there's so many outlets and channels and opportunities. So I'm just trying to, crack into it and hopefully, it takes me somewhere. And if not, it's fun while it lasted.
Well, that's like I've seen a lot of your stand-up videos on YouTube, and you mentioned you studied abroad, some of it.
Yes, I was I was in Prague. I was in the Czech Republic from January to last May. Great time, great experience.
And how is it keeping up with your sports teams out there? What is that like?
Well, actually, I had my dad, buy me a sling box. I had to have a sling box. So onto my computer, I could watch all the Islander games. When I first went abroad in January, the Islanders were in it. They were in the thick of it. So it was, they were a contender. I mean, towards the end they weren't so much, but I still wanted to follow because at that point I just wanted to lose to get a better draft pick. And obviously I'm very happy with Meter Ryder. So I did the sling box, and between my BlackBerry and the sling box, and the Islanders point blank and the website, I made sure I was up with all my hockey news.
That's great to hear. We'd like to thank you for coming on the show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
I appreciate it. No, anytime. I'm a huge Islander guy. And another thing, we're also selling Nassau County State of Mind T-shirts online, NassauCountyStateOfMind.com. We're going to put a bunch of the proceeds towards Nassau County charities, to a food kitchen or whatnot. So if anybody, definitely get on that site. But otherwise, I'm always happy to talk about the Islanders. As long as it's good talk, I'm happy.
All right. Thank you very much, Tyler.
Thanks, bud. Have a good one.
You too. And that was Tyler Gildin, the star.